Today's video topic is on literacy, more specifically, decoding, which is just a fancy word for reading. Welcome to Literacy Lookout. I am a credentialed teacher. More importantly, I'm a mother of two, and we have a screen free household. My 4-year-old is able to decode at a third grade level, and my little 3-year-old is learning to blend at this time. We first began introducing our children to sounds by creating games using these large cards, and we would say a sentence with the word and say fish. The fish tried to jump out of the bowl or something like that. And they really looked forward to these games. So that gave them familiarity with sounds before we started the book that led to my daughter being able to read independently.
She was considered in her mind as much as she could. For her, they made her feel very sleepy and stupid. But over the pleasure, I'm not supposed to say stupid. Just in the book, that's stupid.
That's okay.
Then we moved into this book. It took us a little over a year to get through the book. There are 100 lessons in this book. And what I really appreciated is that everything is scripted, it's written in red, and I have taught children to read multisyllabic words, so that would be longer words with multiple syllables. We see that a lot in science classes. We see that in a lot of history classes. So teaching my children from scratch, that was a new experience for me. So it was humbling, but it also did show me what young children are capable of. I really didn't know what the limit would be until my firstborn went through the entire book and was able to start reading at 4. Some things I noticed when we first used this book was that it contained elements from a research-backed program I had used to teach the middle schoolers how to read. It introduces a sound at the beginning of many chapters, and then it would break it up into smaller words. Then there was rhyming, and also they would follow up each lesson with a passage where the student would have to decode the passage and answer comprehension questions. They also tend to ask for writing specific letters at the end of a specific lesson. Some elements it contained that the research-backed program didn't have was that the letters have certain symbols at the beginning of the book, and then they slowly remove those scaffolds at the end. I wasn't sure how my daughter would do, because at the beginning it has all these symbols above long vowels to show the child that it's E and not E, but she ended up doing just fine. One of the most impactful studies I ever looked into was about the 30 million word gap. It refers to a gap that persists in language and words, and there was thousands of hours of footage of these children that they followed for years. And what I took out of it was the importance of having books around your home, the importance of asking open-ended questions to children versus just yes or no questions. They have to come up with a creative answer when you ask an open-ended question and really think about it. And the book factor was huge because vocabulary appears in books that you wouldn't normally talk about. Like, I don't know when we would normally talk about an octopus in everyday conversation. So it does lead to questions. And when they ask those questions, you want to engage with those questions when they take that interest in vocabulary. So there were so many things I learned from that study. And it really did help guide the way I knew I wanted to teach reading to my children. Here is our bookshelf. Our children are able to access this at all times, and we do rotate the books out every so often to keep it novel. It has been one of the most rewarding things I've ever done to see my daughter be able to read a book she's never seen before, engage with it, and ask me deep questions. Like today, she was asking me what the word discipline meant from a book, and I have been just amazed at her trajectory and her improvement since initially finishing the book. So it is like a flywheel, and the more they read, the more they want to read. And then it just leads to deeper comprehension and more questions. So let me know where you are in your reading journey with your children. I would love to know. And I hope you have a wonderful day.